Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, Spiritual Justice, Jan Trusted Tim. I'm Goddess Quita, or you can call me Quita, either one will do. I am Bold. Please like, share, subscribe, donate, all that good jazz. I think I need to pause this to put my camera up. So. Okay, that's better, y'all. I had to put us up a little higher. Let's see what's going on in the spiritual room. This is a spark reading. It's a celebrity that have low self-esteem, low self-worth. She could be abusing drugs too. I don't know why she came out, but she did. Well, Spirit saying for her involvement in something. Spirit says she sat back and let something happen. Woo. She could be flying and traveling. She's trying to keep busy to keep the guilt off her conscience. So you need to pay attention to your bills. So your bills could be going up too as well. I saw a rabbit. Usually when I see rabbits, Michelle Obama came out. Usually when I see rabbits, they are means that they're taking up the stock market. Every time I see rabbits, something goes up. So it's a lot of stuff in the stock market that's going up there, doing spells on the stock market as well. Yeah. Michelle Obama came out. Isaac DeMarcore came out, which is the lady here in Tucson housing. That's her son. His name is Isaac Andre DeMarcore. And the reason why the Holy Spirit let me release certain people's names I will keep private, and certain people's names I will release is because these are the people that releases my information and that is doing a lot of stuff to the community. So y'all know, y'all got a right to know who's doing spell work on the stock market, on deportation, and who's working in this group with this other celebrity. Y'all already know who I'm talking about. Chelsea Clinton came out, the Medusa spirit. So there's a lot of anger, a lot of people. The reason why they want to how can I say that? The reason why they want to overpower people through sexual exploitation and sexual crimes is because when people have this Medusa spirit, it's a very vengeful spirit. It's a very spirit like, and this revenge doesn't necessarily, that's what people get wrong with the Medusa spirit. They think it's projected towards the person that abused them, but it's actually, in most cases, is not. They get angry, they get triggered by other things, but it stems from the exploitation of their power being taken away from them. And that's the reason why. Another reason, the devil likes to use sexual crimes against humanity. Let's put it that way. Because when you have, when you have a lot of people who's angry, who hasn't received justice, who has their power been taken away, they tend to lash out on other people. And if he has a bunch of people like that that's not healed, that's around, then there's a bunch of negative energy keeping people in hell that's being projected out, and then they're hurting other people because he understands hurt people hurt people. Beelzebub came out, and Chelsea Clinton came out, the Medusa spirit. Somebody is a lawyer to the benefits of having you. somebody else feel powerless, or they try to make somebody powerless. Hold on. Yep. They try to make you powerless and a slave. They want to benefit from having your energy. It's not necessarily being with you, but it's being connected to your energy field. And Beelzebub, what people need to know, Beelzebub is like, of course it's satanic, but it's blasphemy, saying that the devil did something when you know the Holy Spirit, God really did it. That's what they're in the business of doing. And they know for spreading false gods and false beliefs. This is directly connected to, this is more closer to Satan, because when you, it's just like when I talked about the spirit of, well, no, Queen, well, it was, excuse me, it's a Jezebel spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. When she had, I think it was 300 or 450 prophets that served underneath her ruling, meaning they served Satan, meaning they were prophets of God. They were people who understood truth and knew truth, but they were influenced by, that's how powerful the devil is. They was influenced by this queen, this Jezebel spirit. Well, her name was Queen Bertha, but her real first name was Jezebel. And the reason why this is such a dangerous thing is because that's what Satan loves to do. He loves to infiltrate chosen people, people who are high status, high influence. Like when you see somebody say they sold their soul, it's not really you selling your soul, you're selling your influence. Meaning that you're going to, if whatever they pushing, that's what you're going to put. Whatever Satan wants you to push, that's what you're going to do. Whether it's through contracts, people, or through them mind controlling you, whatever. They want to use your body, your influence, your spirit as an influence to continue to do evil, to persuade people, others to do evil, because they understand that rotten fruit infects healthy fruit. That's why a lot of people, a lot of prophets, a lot of real people, they stay away from other people. That's why you have to use your discernment, because God said if it was possible, the devil will fool the very elect. What he did in that particular, using Jezebel, that's a spirit of control, of influence. And it's not the control like, oh, do what I say. It's a control of like, oh, you know what I mean? That really works. Oh, let me use this, let me use that. And it's not for the greatest good of all. It's for the Lord's good of everybody. So be mindful of that. And so it's a convert narcissist here. So they want to make you powerless. They want to make you a slave so they can be loyal to somebody is not loyal to you. They're loyal to the benefits of having you. They're loyal to the influence, what your spirit brings, what you bring to the table, and they use that energy to do whatever they will with it. And that's basically how that Jezebel spirit works. Jezebel, like I said, Jezebel and Delilah spirit go hand in hand. And most of the time, that is connected to that Beelzebub spirit. Because what do Beelzebub do? They get you to believe in false God. What did Jezebel do? She used your influence to get you to believe in Satan, which is a false God, which is a demon, which is one the highest. Well, people think Satan is the highest demon, but it's demons that's higher than Satan that even Satan is scared of. We're getting that in another video. I've been doing my homework. It's demon. I think it's like one or two demons that's higher than Satan that nobody knows about or talks about, but the information is there. Even Satan's scared of this demon, and I feel like Satan was only carrying out certain commands under these demons that were this particular two demons that were I think it's two, yeah. That was under the command, and they used Satan to do it, but it's deeper. It's always a mask behind a mask behind another mask behind another mask. That's how that goes. And I'm when I get the information, I'm gonna school you guys on it. I'm gonna let you know what the Holy Spirit give me. Okay. Ooh, they're trying to clone people, or trying to clone you. You. What about this family reunion? That's what just fell on the floor. Let me pick up these cards off the floor, y'all, and put them in their spot. Y'all, give me a second. Right now, Michelle Obama, Convert Narcissist came out. Want to be you, become you. They watch you and copy you. They're hypersensitive, defensive, inflated sense of self-importance, self-centered, exaggerated sense of self. They watch you to imitate you. Lack of reliability, superficial charm, attention-seeking, manipulative, and break people's boundaries. I feel like they want to clone. Let me see, because I'm picking up a number of things of what is cloning energy, clones energy. It says clones. Hold on, let me show you. Somebody's neighbor could be a converted narcissist as well. I got a lot of stuff I was researching, y'all. I'm gonna take a snippet of the read it, and I'm gonna put it here so you guys can see it. I'm gonna put it either at the beginning or somewhere in the video. I'm gonna put it somewhere in the video, y'all. So I'm just trying to straighten up the cards to get y'all so y'all can, because if I'm doing it myself, I could just read it. I read them like on top of each other, and it's the way the Holy Spirit will read me. I can read it through chaos. I don't know why, but I can. I guess I'm just very discerning like that. Okay, so they're creating more clones. Ooh, they're creating more clones to put demons in their bodies to spread the belief in false gods. So the nuclear weapon, they make it no qualms about it. The nuclear weapons that they have been building, it was not to attack another country. America is known for saying, "Ooh, they did it," and didn't go hide their hands, especially the CIA. Okay? Known for doing that. They're known. Right, so it's not a secret. The reason why the Holy Spirit to reveal nuclear weapons being built is because so we can be aware. People are like, "Oh, it's a bunker," but then somebody's like, "They already got a bunker underneath the White House. Why do they need another one?" Because it's not a bunker. It's a production facilities for nuclear weapons that they're building. People say, "Oh, you want them to build that?" Why would we want them to build that? We don't want other people to die over a war that is nonsense. No, we don't. I don't. I can speak for me. I don't. I know a bunch of people that don't want that in their country and over here. Okay. Yeah, they're building clones now because Spirit said they could be doing that in that facility, or that's another thing that they're doing with the facility. I'm hearing Jeffrey Epstein work is being like they're being. I don't know if the government, this particular part of the government had that, but the CIA, Israel had all that intelligence, but now the U.S. government has that intelligence, and I think that's what they're doing too. And maybe through nuclear, they may be doing nuclear weapons through clones. People, when you go to concerts. So yeah, just like I'm getting a lot of I don't know if these people are brainstorming through ideas, but I'm connected to I'm channeling that they're like, okay, we can use clones to set the nuclear weapon off. They will never think about it as clones. I don't sit up and think about this because I don't have a nuclear system to build nuclear weapons. So I wouldn't dare get on here and just say, "Oh, I couldn't possibly think of that." It's the Holy Spirit connecting me to channeling what these evil people are doing. So yeah. And then the rule under Jezebel, which is a controlling spirit, it came from one person, they like to say, but I like to take Jezebel. You know how we have NASA? Like it's a whole entity. It's not just like one person. You know what I'm saying? It's not just one person. It's not just one. they name, you know how they name projects certain names, just like we name storms, Elizabeth, Nathan, and all those things, or Hurricane Katrina and all that. I feel like they did give us a back history, but I feel like Jezebel, I try to understand her influence and the way that they say she did whatever. I feel like Jezebel was not only, it could be a woman, it could, I'm not saying that it couldn't happen, but what I'm picking up is like a whole entity, like it's a group of people that was worshiping Moloch. Moloch wasn't a big known god back then. Because these small group of people was worshiping, and they was getting, you know, how can I say it? You know how you document stuff and research stuff and see you get certain results. So they was getting the results that they wanted from Daniel. From the negative behavior, sorry. It's sensitive. I shouldn't be eating this candy, but the Holy Spirit said they want me to eat something that, I don't know, it's supposed to provoke something. But I feel like it was already a group of people, or you know how they have militaries and stuff, and like they made up this god, or they want to do evil, and they don't like the good, you know, how demonic people, mentally ill people. Let's just go serve Moloch. And when they began to serve, doing these things and researching, I just feel like it's something like NASA. Like it was a program. They used Queen Jezebel to get it out, but it's always behind some type of influence like that. It's a company. It's a group of people. It's never just one person or one thing. They try to make her look like a mastermind, but I don't. She could have been a mastermind, but with the way I'm picking up, it's an entity. Like she had 450 prophets serving underneath her. That's not easy influence to get. I understand she was a queen. Even when you go back to history and you see certain queens that they have a rough time, you know, certain their authority over the kingdom, and a rough time being, you know, yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. I just see it as an entity and not just as a person. I feel like it's you know how Satan comes into rename himself, like Pazuzu renamed himself. Pazuzu is still the name of Satan, don't get me wrong. It's still the name of the demon. But I feel like Pazuzu went to Raymay. They reinvented themselves here. And that's all it was. A reinvention of something that had great power. And it's another mark of the beast. Jezebel was another mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is something just really powerful and demonic. Good or bad. You know, you could be powerful in a good way, but it's bad to Satan's kingdom. Like, I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm a powerful motherfucker. They might think I threw up the 360s, but I am a beast. Any demon that come over here, come my way, or any spirit, I'm gonna call on my angels, gang. Like, what you want? Okay. I feel like they're getting a real Barack Obama came out. I feel like they getting ready to do something with the Antichrist. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, you guys. That was an important call that I had to take. I'm always. So what am I supposed to be doing? Okay. So Barack Obama fall out, my brother, but something is coming with the Antichrist. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Something about your job too. This is giving me. I'm getting bits and pieces of something. Why I can't receive it, Holy Spirit? Why I can't? Kim Kardashian came out. Let me redo these. Let me make sure they come out again. I got to piece these videos together. I got to edit this because that was my baby's doctor's office. Okay. When I tell you, it's always somebody that need me from here or there, whether it's in the physical, the spiritual. People send me messages all the time, intuitively, oh, help me with this, help me with that, help me with this. And the information that I give y'all on here can help y'all with y'all problems. I understand who I am on the soul level. All I can do is transmute, but to individually, personally, to deal with y'all, I can't do that. I can't do unless in you book with me or something like that. Then I can attend to you, because it has to be an exchange of energy. It has to be exchange, and I'm not saying because I'm money hungry, but that's how the law, the universal spiritual laws work. I cannot just keep giving myself and giving myself. I do my light working. I already give, but to deal with you individually, you sending me an intuitive message, no, you're gonna have to book with me or something like that. Or email me so you can book a time with me so I can sit down with you, because I'm not just going to do it for free anymore. I already do my light work and energy, and I want to stop working at the job that I'm working in to do this full time so that I can be here for you guys full time, and that's not going to be free. That's in it. What's name what's free in life? God always give us free seeds and everything, but the way that we're set up right now, until we knock down this system, get this system, well, not even it don't even have to be did away with, but until the system is fair and equal for everybody and working for everybody of good, that have good intentions, that's not doing crazy stuff out there. This is the way we gotta rock. Okay. Ooh. So there's a lot of not so good people out here. So what is happening is the rise of the Antichrist. What they want him. The reason why you see all this stuff that's going on in the government is because Trump is not really president. He's the fall guy. He's the face of the president, but he doesn't call the shots. He get up there and act like we want to be better on Trump. But it's not him that's in control, because Trump has a mental illness. Trump has dementia. Let's not act like we don't know that Trump cognitive has a cognitive decline. Let's act like we don't know that. Okay? And the reason why he has this cognitive decline is because his age, the way he eat, and how evil he was before. It should be worse than that, but they've been propping these people up and using demon spirits and technology and health technology and all of that to prop these people up. But the reason why they so badly, they wanted Kamala Harris to win, and she was like so upset that she didn't win. They wanted her to win so bad. She wanted to win. She was so mad. And I watched one of the speeches where Donald Trump and Barack Obama are sitting beside each other, and then she's whispering. He was like, he whispered to Donald Trump that she's mad because she lost. I can read lips. And I kept watching that clip to make sure that's what I'm seeing, and I confirmed it with the Holy Spirit. That's what I was seeing. And yeah, we're not gonna get too far in that. So not only is Donald Trump dealing with his own sins that he has committed in crimes that he has committed against humanity, he's dealing with someone that's controlling his mind. We already know who that is. So if y'all want to get mad at Donald Trump, you can be very mad at him. He deserves it. But you also have to be mad at the person that's behind him doing all the spiritual work. And we got a group of people, but it's one particular person in mind that controls Donald Trump. Well, it's two people in mind. One hide behind the other one so the other one can get the work out. But it's two. It's one person that's controlling his mind. It's one person that's doing negative energetic work for the government to go into a position that it's going in. And we have to give credit to Barack Obama, Michelle Obama. We have to give credit to Sean. We have to give credit to all these people that's behind the scenes. And it's not, I don't understand how y'all don't tell, you didn't see ex-President Barack Obama sitting with President Trump, and it was like, oh, it's an inauguration. But that's not only the time he was with President Trump. He's just like Barack Obama was advised by, and it's in the Epstein files, by Jeffrey Epstein. He know all the ways and to do so. They'll put something over here, distract us, and then something over here was going on behind the scenes, just like with the nuclear weapon. Oh, they're just building a ballroom and have everybody upset about the ballroom. Underneath, it's a production facility for nuclear war. And that's why I say they work hand in hand, because no matter how much you don't want to be, when you're up there, no matter how much you don't, unless the both parties are on the same side. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. They have the same goal in mind, where they want Americans to have, to be free, to, everything to work for the greater good of all. They're both of them sides are not working like that, then it's demonic. Let's just be honest. They're going to be demonic. It's going to be where we're dealing with loose cannons here, and people who serve Moloch and do all these evil things. I don't understand what you expect for them. They know how to mind control. They know how to do all this stuff. And y'all think like it's just Trump doing this. No, he's not that brilliant. He's not that smart, y'all. He's not that smart. They're going to put his body up there, make him a caricature, so that they can keep doing spell work, sending spells, and doing all this mind control and throwing all this energy towards him. Not saying he don't deserve the craziness that's coming his way. He deserves it very much. And when his other term, that's what they was doing too. When he won too, it was a lot of. But Trump was in more control than he was now, because he was younger and not older, and because of just everything that's going on. Of course, environment, all of this stuff that's going on. So I said the powers that be is not Donald Trump. We understand it's Israel. We understand, but behind Israel, they have witches and warlocks and wizards and things that's really who's running this. And which side they're on, they serve Moloch too. They do it too. That's what they do too. As a person, for the greatest good of all, I do not serve Moloch. I do not do stuff just on my own good. Everything that I do is for the good of everybody, not just myself. If you don't love yourself, you're not doing the greatest good for everybody. Self-love is very much required in order to serve and do light working. What else is required? Like, it's a lot of stuff required. But self-love, when people don't have self-love and they were like, oh, devil take me, or I'm just going to kill, I'm just going to unalive a baby, I'm just going to do this, I'm just going to do that, so I can get this energy, so I can get wealth. That's greed. That's the spirit of greed. They're operating in the spirit, one of the spirits of Satan. And we know greed is one of the seven deadly sins. And what America is based on capitalism. That's why we have so much greed, because there's so much satanic rituals and stuff that's going on. And so we cannot sit here comfortably with everybody that's in the position they're in the White House, in politics, in the Senate states, and all of that. We cannot sit here and act like that a lot of these people are not witches and warlocks and wizards, because they are. A lot of them are. The whole thing is to act like they're not, and they are. And the people that are is being more revealed, and y'all be like, no, y'all not. But a lot of y'all are with it. Y'all see it. So. We have money on Barack Obama. Some of my family members out here, I'm just not going to call their name because I'm not trying to make them famous. Like, who cares? They're little people. Child, that little influence you got can't do too much of nothing. Michelle Obama, Isaac, and like I told you, the reason why I'm revealing Isaac is because of his connection with HUD and his mother being a connection working for HUD, and that's why he's given the influence he is and the power that he's given. It's because do you understand, these people called me from just the number where area code where I live at, from a number where I live at, and then I'll trace the number back to a place where her son lives, and the place that he called me from, that he has someone to call me from, is like 3 minutes away from his house. What is the coincidence? You feel me? So yeah, I put these people on blast, and I put these people on blast because of the connections that they have. The Holy Spirit, I'm allowed to say that because I can prove that. I can back it up. I have phone logs and call logs. I can back this up. And this is the same guy that wanted to date me when I got here now, and something was off, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not. He, at the time, I was what, 38, 39, 38, and he was 27, way too young for me, way too young. I'm sorry. I do 2 years up, 10 years up, and 10 years down, and he's just way too young for me. I'm sorry. Like, you don't even have, like, anybody that want to be sexual with me right off. It's crazy. That's craziness to me. At my big age, I don't have fun. I'm good. He's still trying to have fun. He's still trying to do that. But his whole goal was to get close to me because his mama magic wasn't working. His mama efforts weren't me. So if he can get close to me and in my yoni energy, then she can control me better and control my energy better. And with the group of people that she served, you know, they can have more control. That's why the slave is out here. And that's what they continue to want me to date this man. I would never date this man. He's repulsive to me. He's not, and y'all be like, oh, he's so good looking. He's nice looking. He's a catch. I'm not saying he's not a catch, but that's how the devil come out sweet and beautiful and without, you know. No, I'm not. I see. She mad because I put her at her place when she did what she did to my rent, and I called her and I went to the proper authorities like I was supposed to. So she got mad and tried to send her son to. So she's like, I got my son to do this. Ego thing. I don't want her son. Never did. Never. He was nice and he was like, oh, he was all over me, and I'm like, okay. I had dated in a while. I had broke up with my ex, and so I did. I went on one outing with him. It wasn't a real date. We sat at the park and talked. He was trying to fill on me, and I'm not with that. So it took a lot to bed me. And somebody's thinking child that can barely take care of themselves, ain't it? I'm not saying he's thinking. I mean, his ways they wasn't good. His ways, I can smell him from a mile away. Like, it wasn't. When I first met him, it wasn't right. He was, you know, when people, oh, I like you so much. The man that I've dated in my youth that did that, those were the people that really didn't like me. They just wanted me to have me around because it's a good look for them. Yeah. And I know the difference between that energy. I'm grown, baby. I'm real grown. For real grown. I didn't live just to be living. I learned some things along the way. A lot of things. Okay? But they're trying to poison people. So you have to be and I know my neighbor is in on it too. Like, I already know. Like, I don't know why people try to play with me like I don't know. Like, I know. Like, I've been new. Like, it's not hard to figure out. It's not hard. It's not hard. Okay? So, I don't know what this fight and trap with Chelsea Clinton came out. And that's a new one for me. Her name has never came out. And it's been in here for a while. In this deck for a while. And Chelsea Clinton came out. That's a new card. Did that new? Maybe it has just been in here. Maybe I just made it probably made it within the last 30 days. Because my other cards look old and this one look newer. Yeah, I did. I be making so much stuff. I be doing a lot of stuff, y'all. I be creating a lot of stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys see. I'm gonna give you a snippet of this reading of this. Yep, they could be trying to take up your bills. They're trying to make you, like, they have a vengeful spirit because they want to slave somebody. Somebody wants you to date the Antichrist. That's what it is. So they can drug poison. They want you to date the Antichrist, somebody that's in the Antichrist group, so they can poison you. Seriously, that could have happened in a lifetime before where they got away with it, where they got a chosen one and they poisoned. The chosen one got with someone that's a demon. It's not too far-fetched because my last boyfriend was a narcissist, and I was with him off and on for like, what, 8 years, 9 years? You could say 10 if you want to, really want to be technical, say 10. But the 3 years we broke up in between, I don't count it, so it would be 7 or 8 years. And because I wasn't dating anybody, I think I was still messing with my baby daddy. And that's because I was single. Like, he was single, I was single. I already know him, so I'm not trying to add. You know what I mean? That was a long time ago. But other than that, I didn't date nobody. I wasn't seeing nobody. And then on top of that, yeah. he was a stone cold narcissist, and he was on drugs heavy, and I didn't know to the end of the relationship. That's the second time in a row that that's happened to me. How do they hide it so good? Only way that I knew that something was off with him, it was because he would eat so much at one time, and not only that he eat so much, and because I'm used to men, he's a big man, so I'm used to eating a lot, but he, even for him being as big as he was, he overate, and then he didn't gain he gained weight, but it was very rare. But he could not save no money. He did not move up in a job position. He did not grow no kind of weight. Only time he grew, all he did was maintain a job, and that's it, and maintain housing. That's it. He didn't do, his baby mama had took him off child support and everything. He didn't grow, he didn't grow nobody. He wasn't doing nothing, neither way. He wasn't doing nothing either way. And that's one thing, when somebody's on drugs heavy, that's one of the signs. They always need, well, he didn't never really ask me for money, but a couple of times when he got sick. But they never have nothing to save up. They never have, it's a constant, like, what do you do with your money? Like, I know what I do with my money. I got kids I take care of. He wasn't taking care of his kids. I got a household, I got bills, I got rent. All he had was renting himself and food. This is literally a come up. He stayed in a room that was $300. He wasn't paying like $9, $7, and $6. He didn't have his own place. He stayed in a room that was $300. All he had to do was buy food. And he worked 40 to 60 hours a week. What he did with the money, I don't know. Well, I do now. Back then I didn't know. He was on drugs. He was on that stuff. How my mother say, he on that stuff. And that's what he was on, that stuff. And I got to do another reading after this, because this is not it. This is going to be a part 2, because this is not it. Ooh, weary. So China Ann McClain came out, Chloe Bailey, Stephanie P. Smith, Tina Knowles. These are just some of the names that came out. I got another deck that I made that has got a lot of celebrity names on it. Sean Combs. So it could be Tina Knowles is in the news a lot. China McClain, Ann McClain. I saw her in a video a couple of weeks ago, but it was nothing major. Some old stuff that she had did. Nicki Minaj came out, Onika Mirage, and Sean Combs came up because I think Angela Yee was talking about it on the radio that he'll be out by Labor Day or something. Mark Zuckerberg, I don't know why he's coming up, but these are the names that is coming out. Some of my people is coming out. I'm not, like I said, they don't have that big of an influence. The freer you are, the more magnetic you become. Spirit said when you meditate, you need to breathe more. Somebody is forgetting to breathe when they meditate. Like when you meditate, remember to breathe. It's imperative that you breathe when you meditate. Donald Trump, when he's in the news every other day, you know. Jeff Bezos came out. Jeff Preston Bezos. 1/12/64. Let's see. Lil Wayne came out. Megan Javon Pete. And I noticed when Sean does Negative Energy at work, how he always try to promote her, and he always want me to see her. For some reason, he liked to compare me to her, and first of all, I don't like to be compared to nobody. Second of all, anybody that sold their soul and allow other people to get a position or to help bring a black man down when we are oppressed, our people have been oppressed enough, I don't get jiggy with it. She can rap, she's very talented, but I just don't get jiggy with, just like I'm finding more and more out about R. Kelly, the more stuff that when I post his music, is like I'm finding myself going to take it down. When she came out with that book, that's the best thing that young woman could, because she was a child when she was getting raped, and then she had that Stockholm syndrome. That's the best thing I think she could do to get her justice after he's locked up, because I didn't know the extent of which he had raped her, molested her, and when you understand to the extent that he was doing it to use her, it was some type of sex magic he was doing to her to get music and It's just sick. Gemini, Steve Nova came out as well. It's a Gemini came out. A Leo that we don't know about. Gemini. When I get Gemini, Leo, stuff like that, Aquarius, these are people who are tagged along that we may not have a name for at this particular time, but they're very much a part of this Antichrist group. They're messing with the Wi-Fi. Jada Pinkett Smith came out as well. Capricorn is here too. It's a Capricorn out here. A Taurus came out. And I'm just going to harmonic balance. So when they're messing with your security, especially when it comes to your prayer, I have noticed that when they'll do sleeping spells. When the time you're supposed to pray, they'll do little things to knock off your harmonic balance, and you have to implement ways and stay on track. If you're sleepy, you have to implement ways of not to be sleepy around that time, and to acquire harmonic balance, because that's what they like to mess with. One has to constantly give into that. That's why constant prayer is needed. Constant reassurance is needed. Being in constant communication with your Father, so that the more you communicate with somebody else, the more they know. It's the more energy you pour into that person, so that person to know, like, dang, this is where they at, and this is where I need to meet you at. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need to pray constantly. That's why you need to have harmonic balance. Even when someone's coming against your harmonic balance should be so still, so fire, so grounded into, like, messing with your hormonal balance is gonna mess up their hormonal balance. You feel me? It's gonna mess up what they got. Finally, Sean Corey Carter, he came out. I knew that this energy is he's one of the four club. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out why the satanic why these Israelis and Satan is obsessed with people born on the 4th of the month or with this 4 energy. I don't understand why they're obsessed with it, but I'm gonna get my understanding. Like Beyonce, we already know she's demonic. She said she's a witch. She said she do all these things, and we've seen videos of, it's not too far fetched. Sean Combs was born, like I said, on the 11th of the month. Sean Carter, he was born November the 4th, and that's Sean Combs. Sean Carter was born December 4th. Beyonce was born September 4th. Beyonce mama was born January the 4th. So we have a Capricorn. Jeff Bezos is not on the 4th of the month, but he was born in the 64th year. He's 1/12/64. Let's see who else we have. That's a boy, and it's not all the time the 4th. Mark Zuckerberg was born in 1984 on the 14th, and you got to understand the 14th. I get that when Sean is, well, I can't even say Sean. When somebody's using Rain Man, they like to do 414, and this is 514, but that 14 is very significant. These are energies that they like to use. Not saying they can't use any other numbers, but Satan is in love with this 444, this 444 energy. It's a bunch of this born on the 4th of the 4th of the year, 4th of the month, or April. It's something to do with that. I don't know. I know 444 stands for, like, security, your protection, your angels, your ancestors, and all of that. And that's what they like to mess with. So Libra, they came out here, Pisces, all this zodiac signs. So they're grouping up people. Angela, Renee Beyonce, or however they say that, Bayance, well, however they say their name is. I think it's a Haitian last name, if I'm not mistaken. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just not American. Barack Obama came out again. Spirit say hope is a prayer away. Let's see if anything else. This is what I got left out of all the cards I made. Dang. What that mean, Holy Spirit? Oh, okay. Will Smith came out. Cleanse Your Feet. Kendrick Lamar came out. Clyde Washington. That's what the Holy Spirit told me to take, the ones that's at the top. The whole deck fell, and it's like a couple of them turned over when they fell. The most of the other ones turned down like this. So the Holy Spirit told me to take the ones off the top. Will Smith came, like I said, Argonaut Lanier Washington, which is Plies. He came out. Kendrick Lamar. Now, a lot of these people that I just named too are not demonic. It's just that people will tilt your intuition and they will want to use you as a distraction. And that's why they say celebrities are puppets, because they will use puppets. They will even use your loved ones as a distraction if they can. If they can find a way to get in, they can. I'm not saying all of them are demonic or puppets, but that's how the devil view people. Like he don't view them as people. He are objects to merely use. Okay, that's what you have to understand. Okay. So I'm out with this one. Then we're gonna go back to our second part. I'm out. Peace.